Parrish is not starting for the Royals as she is on the bench. We do not know why, but if we do find out, we'll let you know, and we'll see when she enters the game. Lydia Self with the ball out top now to Bailey Poore, and Michaela Henshaw passes back out to her. And I'm with Nathan Goergen tonight. Nathan, how you doing? A little bit of a rocky start with the technical difficulties, but we're good
here
now,
so it's all right.
Jackie Malucci for three, and just off to the left. Bailey Poore with the offensive rebound.
An interesting decision to bench Sydney Parrish to start the game. We're just going to have to I don't even know what that's about, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, Jackie Malucci with the basket. It could be an injury that we're not aware of, but as of right now, she is not in the game. That's Alyssa Crockett. And Ashton DeCraney on the missed three, and now the Royals take it back up the court with Lydia Self. Jackie Malucci trying to drive, shoots, and is just off the rim. And we got a loose ball foul here on Lydia Self. The Shamrocks will take over.
Fouls on Lady Royals number 5, Lydia Self. That's her first. Also the team's first.
Foul on Self gives Westfield a good opportunity to get back here, score. This is one HSE is pretty favored to win. So Westfield wants to prove some people wrong tonight.
Yeah, this is a chance for them to pull a big upset as the Royals are 16-2. As Alyssa Crockett for three gets the Shamrocks on the board. But the Royals are 16-2 and are on a 6-game winning streak since their loss against Fishers, and this is a big opportunity for the Westfield Shamrocks to prove themselves and get a big win over a top 5 ranked team in the Royals. As Lydia Self shoots the three and is just off and fight for the rebound, but it will go to the Shamrocks.
Yeah, the three ball's not working for the Royals right now, probably just getting warmed up here, but it's giving Westfield plenty of opportunities to go and get back into the lead.
Alyssa Crockett again for three, and she is money once again. 2 threes for Alyssa Crockett. She does average 15 points per game, but is off to a quick start already with 6.
Yeah, she's got a pretty nice long-range shot there.
And Jackie Malucci will try for three, and she's off. And rebound by Jessica Castor.
And Parrish is looking like she's about to check in along with Ryan Feely.
So it does look like Sydney Parrish will come in. And a three-pointer by Westfield. But as Sydney Parrish comes in, we'll have to ask Coach Huppenthal after the game what was the reasoning for her not starting off tonight. The first time in probably quite a while, if ever. She's never started in an HSE uniform.
Yeah, it's got to be since her freshman year, you got to think. And
Lauren Morris with a three-pointer as the Royals take a 9-5 lead. Pretty good shooting start for both teams.
Yeah, HSE was off to a rocky start there with the shot, but it looks like they're getting back now. It's within 4 points here. So we'll see what happens. I think they got to,
foul and the basket.
And that's
Jessica Castor.
Yeah, that's exactly why they're putting Parrish in, because they need somebody tall on the post.
Yeah, they need some height down there to play some good defense.
Team second, entering the contest.
Jessica Castor is a junior, and she's at the line to shoot
also
one.
Checking in 24, Ryan Keeley.
And they try to take a 7-point lead, but it is no good. And Lydia Self does get the rebound, is back down the court. And let's see if they get Sydney Parrish right into the game as she just checked in. Sydney to Michaela Henshaw. And then back out to Lydia Self.
Here we go. Oh, Parrish with the turnover there, a rare turnover.
And we are getting word that Sydney Parrish did have a fever earlier today, so that might be the reason why she is maybe a little bit under the weather. As Westfield calls a timeout to keep possession. First time out of the game. The Shamrocks are up 11-5.
All right.
So now we at least know the reason why Sydney Parrish didn't start the game, or at least we believe so. She's a little bit under the weather.
So we're going to check out the Royals and Shamrock stat leaders here for today's game. For HSE, Sydney Parrish is dominating in points and rebounds. 26.7 points per game, 7.4 rebounds per game, with Jackie Malucci at 3.8 assists. Meanwhile, Alyssa Crockett sweeps the key stat leads for Westfield at 14.3 points, 3.5 assists, and 8.2 rebounds.
Yeah, Westfield is coming off a good game against Greenwood, and Ava Henson led them the way, 17 points in their 54-23 win. As their last time out, and they're trying to get another one tonight against the Royals.
Definitely gives them momentum, but keep in mind that the girls team also, our Royals had a 74-24
foul.
game.
Yeah, and the Royals are also coming off a very good win in their own right. And then, like I said, a 6-game win streak since Fishers. A team that is 16-2, only lost one time last year, only 2 losses so far this year. They're trying to carry some momentum with only a few games left until sectional play.
Yeah. Looks like they are trying to do that to the best of their ability.
And a good screen by Lydia Self, hands it off to Jackie Malucci. And she has 2 more to make it 11-7 Shamrocks. Olivia Roby with the ball, now hands it. Well, now Olivia Roby with the ball. It'll be interesting to see how they attack the Royals defense. The Royals defense is the strength of the team. It'll be interesting to see how they attack on a good pass, but missed the layup as Sydney Parrish takes it back the other way.
That was some good posty as Parrish is now. All right, that was a little bit of a turnover hot potato there, but HSE is going to retain possession.
And Jackie Malucci now with the ball. Over to Lydia Self, trying to reset things after a little bit of a skirmish. And back out to Sydney Parrish for 3, and she's good. Deep 3 for Sydney Parrish. And she must be feeling a little bit better now that she got a little nice rest at the beginning and a 3-pointer for her first points of the night.
There's a reason ESPN calls her the best shooter in the 2020
now a steal.
class. It's because she can shoot no matter the condition.
Bad pass there. She was trying to get to Lauren Morris out in front. And then Lydia Self with a good defensive play, but now the Shamrocks will keep possession.
Number 15, Chesney Tabby.
And Chesney Tabby is coming in for Jessica Castor.
For the Royals, 14, Michaela Henshaw.
And Michaela Henshaw is checked back in as Jackie Malucci will take a seat. And Bailey Poor, the senior, is also in as well. Ashton DeCraney with the ball. Already 2 minutes left in the first quarter. As Crockett gets the ball back. And the Royals did a good job of defense. Both Bailey Poor and Sydney Parrish inside, and a foul. Alyssa Crockett will go to the line. Good post feed, though, inside to her. And Alyssa Crockett is probably their best player, leads them in almost all the stat categories, as you mentioned earlier. And she's back at the line to get 2 more points. Or an opportunity for 2 points, I should say.
And, it all starts in this height. Of course, Crockett just kind of dominates the game height-wise, which is why Parrish, it was probably necessary for her to come in to match that height. And then, she's sweeping all the categories. She's one of the more slept-on players in this conference right now.
She is, and she is only a sophomore, so she's only going to get better as the time goes on. Did miss the first free throw, and the second one is up and good for Alyssa Crockett. And Sydney Parrish will take it back down the court. As the Royals are down 2 at the minute 40, try to close out this quarter strong. And Lauren Morris back up top over to Bailey Poor, who drives in with the layup and just a little bit too strong. Alyssa Crockett with the rebound. And then Roby down, and let's see what they call. Jump ball. Good defense by Bailey Poor, fighting for it, and it will be the Royals' ball.
Here we go. Trying to take the lead for the first time this game here with this possession, or at least tie it up at 12. Parrish takes it up the court.
Parrish almost stumbles, and she does stumble, and they do call travel. as she just lost it. That's the second time she's kind of lost the handle of it. And it is a turnover and possession back to the Shamrocks.
Yeah, interesting start here for Parrish. Definitely an interesting start for the game, really. She came off the bench. She doesn't look like herself right now. So I think that's going to be something that drastically changes in the second quarter.
Yeah, and it's definitely something to watch as well. As Olivia Roby with the ball, and a good defensive play by Sydney Parrish, staying in front of Alyssa Crockett, and she takes it right back down the floor. Parrish out in front. Shoots a three, and it's good.
And that's it.
That's
there.
the Sydney Parrish we know right there.
And HSE is going to take the lead 13-12 for the first time tonight.
Yeah, 30 seconds left, so the Shamrocks will probably hold for the last shot as Olivia Roby has the ball. And then back to Alyssa Crockett. Now Chesney Tabby. And then Ashton DeCraney is going to hold it out with 15 seconds left. They are holding for the last shot. Coach Hepathal's implying to his team to get a defensive stop and finish the quarter out on top. Good defense, double team.
And she's in trouble.
Got to be a travel, yeah.
Travel. Great D there by Veely and Hinshaw, forcing the travel there.
Yeah, great double team. Ryan Veely comes over and forces the travel, and with 1.8 seconds, Lydia Self will inbound it with the Royals up by 1.
Parrish is once again out of the game just to close this quarter here, probably opening up the second.
And Malucci's shot at the end is no good. And at the end of one quarter, the Royals are up 13-12. And with that break, we would like to let you know that Sky Zone in Fishers is a sponsorship this year for Southeastern Sports Network. We can't thank them enough on 121st Street. Sky Zone in Fishers reminds you to have fun and fly safe. Big shout out to Sky Zone for being a all-season sponsor for SSN. Well, we'll be right back after a little bit of technical difficulties. We apologize again. At the end of the first quarter, it is 13-12. HSE. We'll be back in a moment.
$1 per ticket or $5 for an arm's length, which is 10 tickets. We're also selling our peacock shirts for $10.
And we are back in Westfield for the start of the second quarter. Alyssa Crockett out in front. And a good defensive play. Jackie Malucci with the steal as she's driving down the court and traveled.
That's going to, yeah. I thought for a second there was an and one opportunity there, but no. Got to watch those feet. As Westfield gets the ball back, it is in the hands of Chesney Tabby.
Chesney Tabby, the sophomore guard, the daughter of athletic director Andy Tabby here at Westfield. As Ashton DeCraney passes it back over to Tabby as they're passing around the perimeter. And Crockett now has the ball. And back out in front to Tebby. Good defense so far this possession for the Royals, but Crockett does get an open three and in and out. Malucci with the rebound.
Yeah, that's what happens when offenses make defenses crowd the post. Usually they'll let one person slip away and try for an open three. We've seen it with this HSE team multiple times.
Malucci with the open three, and it's just too strong. But Bailey Poor with the rebound up and in. Good offensive rebound by Bailey Poor.
Great job on the second chance opportunity there. making sure to get pad the lead. It is now 15-12.
Tebby back out in front and then back over to Crockett. It looks like they're trying to feed the post and then try to work their offense out of that. As a three is good. Ashton DeCraney with the three-pointer. Nice shot from her, and she ties it up at 15.
Yeah, pretty close game so far. Of course, HSE got off to the slow start, and then it's been pretty even since then.
Yeah, pretty good three-point shooting by both teams as Michaela Hinshaw drives inside and misses it. And Crockett saved it. I think it might have been off of HSE, but she decided to save it. Lydia Self goes in, gets fouled, and she'll go to the line for 2 shots.
Fouls on Westfield's 22, Jessica Castor.
And Sydney Parrish comes back into the game for Lauren Morris.
They're definitely doing some sort of like load management on her. She's usually in all but 5, maybe even less minutes of the game. So,
yeah. And they called it on the floor, so the Royals took it out of bounds, and we'll have possession now. Sydney Parrish directing the offense as she normally does when she's in. They play through her. And back to Parrish. And a good job on the defense by Westfield, but over to Michaela Hinshaw for 3 and just too strong. Rims out, and Parrish tries to get the steal and out of bounds. And possession go to the Royals. Good job by Sydney Parrish with the defensive pressure.
Yeah, just good job with all the defensive pressure. Self was ready to attack as soon as she was stopped there.
And Ryan Veely comes in for Bailey Poor. Good few minutes of Bailey Poor. Had a couple offensive rebounds and baskets.
Yeah, nice putback.
And Ryan Veely drives in, just misses the layup, but almost another offensive rebound. But Tebby takes the ball down for the Shamrocks.
Westfield is clearly trying to slow this game down. They're a slow-paced team, and every time they get the ball, they try to change the tempo. So it's definitely interesting because I think whoever controls the tempo of this game will come out the winner.
Well, that's important for them because you never want to play to your opponent's tempo, and you certainly don't want to play against HSE's tempo because they can play quick, but they can also play slow as well. They're pretty good in the half court. And Ava Henson on the putback. And the Shamrocks take back the lead 17-15. Back and forth game so far here in Westfield, halfway through the second quarter. Over to Lydia Self, who shoots a jumper, and it's good for Lydia Self.
That was a good shot. She got open there, and just a nice mid-range jumper. A lost start formed in today's game, so that was a nice one.
Yeah, and a good pass by Jackie Malucci. In the corner, the three-pointer is no good as Sydney Parrish takes the rebound. And she shoots the 3 again, and just was on line, just a little bit strong. And that's her third three-point attempt. She made 2 of them, so why not shoot it again?
Yeah, if the hand's hot.
And Tebby trying to probe against Malucci. Passes it back out. And finds its way to Alyssa Crockett. Back over to DeCraney. And Henson, no good as Malucci gets the rebound, but good defensive play. And looks like Lydia Self gets the ball and over to Sydney Parrish. A good spin move by Sydney, just a little bit too strong. And the Shamrocks take back possession. Usually Sydney Parrish finds a way to get that one in the basket, but
it was a pretty complex. She had a spin there, and it was. Yes, she usually makes those shots, but I can totally understand why she did that.
Yeah. Jessica Castor with the ball. They're trying to get it inside to Crockett, but good defense by Ryan Veely in the post. And like you said, Nathan, they are definitely slowing it down, passing around the perimeter, taking their time, just working to get a good shot. But the Royals don't mind playing defense. It is their strength, and
yeah,
and they've played a lot of it so far in the first half.
Yes, they have. I mean, look at the scoreboard. It's 17-17.
And an air ball, but Crockett's right there for the rebound, offensive rebound, and then the putback.
Good eyes, chased the ball, got the rebound, and was able to get a nice lay-in because nobody saw her coming. So kind of utilized the out-of-bounds line as
and a turnover. Jack Malucci got the ball taken away from her. And Ava Henson now with the ball over to Crockett. And back out to DeCraney as they're trying to set up the offense with 1:40 left in the second period. Not a lot of fouls. This has been a quick couple of quarters. Clean game so far. Has been some turnovers, but not a lot of stoppages. And as I say that, it's out of bounds off the Royals.
Substitutions.
And Lauren Morris comes in for the Royals for Ryan Veely.
Checking in for the Lady Rocks, number 5, Emily Robinson. Also number 10, Olivia Roby.
And Olivia Roby and Emily Robinson come in for the Shamrocks as they had 6 for a second as Tebby heads off the floor. And a good pass in, foul on the floor by Michaela Henshaw.
Make her earn it. That was a pretty open drive. I would have done the same in that situation because now those points, she has to actually try to earn those points again. So it kind of gives them a chance to reset.
1:20 left in the first half. And the Shamrocks are up by 2 against the Royals. Inside to Crockett, just a little bit too far, and the Royals will take over the possession. HSE has done a good job of forcing turnovers tonight so far. They just haven't been as productive on the offensive end as they usually are, and that's maybe because they're playing a lot of defense on the other end of the floor.
Yeah, and they're also playing to Westfield's tempo, so it's just a slower moving game.
And Jackie Malucci just short on the three-pointer, and the Shamrocks take over as we are under a minute in the first half. Olivia Roby. And now over to Crockett. Emily Robinson. And now Castor. And they might hold for one shot now with only 34 seconds left in the half, up 2, as they're just kind of passing around the perimeter, not doing much.
Yep, I think they're just trying to find a look inside. Just some easy guaranteed points. There's no shot clock in high school basketball, so they're allowed to play as slow as they want.
Hold it as long as they want. Be like Bobby Knight back in the old days, hold the ball and for 3 or 4 minutes. And a three-pointer at the buzzer is good as time expires. Wow. Emily Robinson and the Shamrocks will take a 5-point lead into the break. And Nathan, they have definitely played to their tempo, played to their pace, and it's worked out so far for the Shamrocks as they take a 5-point lead. It'll be interesting to see what adjustments Coach Huppenthal makes at the half. But at the end of 1, the Westfield Shamrocks are leading the Royals, and we'll be back for some halftime analysis. But we will take a quick break on Southeastern Sports Network. We'll be back in a moment.
students, our community urgently needs us. The holiday season has depleted our blood supply, and patients need our help more than ever. This is why the Westfield High School Biomedical Innovations class is hosting their winter blood drive on Thursday, February 13th. We need as many people as possible from the community to donate on this day, right here at the high school, from 2:30 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. Think about this. One donation alone can save 3 Indiana lives. If you're a student, more information will be distributed in the coming weeks. Please help out and sign up to donate blood. We would greatly appreciate your support. You can get out your phones right now. Thursday, February 13th, from 2:30 to 6:30 p.m. right here at the high school. Thank you. Also, everyone, don't forget, we have the 50-50 raffle going out in the concession area. 1 ticket is $1, or an arm's length, 10 tickets for $5. 50-50 raffle will draw the winner during the third quarter of the boys' game. That's the third quarter of the boys' game, and you must be present to win. Again, we have our pink out shirts for $10 also in the lobby. Go out and check out all of the gift baskets for the silent auction.
Welcome back to Westfield High School, as it is 3 minutes left in halftime as a little bit of an interesting first half. Cindy Parrish did not start the game. We believe it is because of a sickness, but she did play pretty well, scored a couple three-pointers. But Westfield does lead the Royals by 5 at the half. Interesting night, but tonight is pink night for Westfield. It's a festive night. A lot of people wearing pink in the crowds. Both teams have pink shooting shirts on. So pink night for the Shamrocks, but a pretty good first half. It reminds me a little bit, Nathan, of the Fishers game when the Royals lost that one in a heartbreaker in the Mudsock. It's that similar type of play, that similar type of pace, where Fishers kind of dictated the pace in that game.
Yeah.
Westfield is dictating the pace tonight, and it's shown so far on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and this team has usually done better in the second half, so we'll see what adjustments they've made. Obviously, they've made some. Whether that's especially with Parrish, they're going to have to keep managing her time. So it's going to be interesting to see how they come out in the second half and play.
As it is, 1:45 left in the half as the Royals were practicing free throws for a minute. But Alyssa Crockett with a really good first half for Westfield. Scored several times in the post and also had a couple three-pointers. And she is the Westfield leading scorer after one half. Emily Robinson, I should say, also had the last shot in the corner, a good three-pointer to give them the 5-point lead into halftime. We will be. Oh, sorry.
No.
We'll be back for the tip in about a minute and a half on Southeastern Sports Network. We do want to remind you that Southeastern Sports Network is made possible by Sky Zone and Fishers this year. Come in and fly with them this winter. Sky Zone and Fishers off 121st Street, reminding you to have fun and fly safe. A big shout out to Sky Zone, who's sponsoring every broadcast for all 3 sports seasons this year for SSN. And then also SSN's winter sports coverage is brought to you by Jimmy John's on Olea Road. Jimmy John's provides freaky fast service in-store or through delivery. A big thank you to Jimmy John's for their support of Southeastern Sports Network. We'll be back in a moment. As we're about to start the second half, the Royals will get the possession. Tyler Groves, Nathan Goergen on the call tonight in Westfield. As the first half of our doubleheader, we still have the boys' action coming up after this one, as City Parish takes the ball as we start the second half, down 5 for the Royals. An attempt to get it into Michaela Hinshaw. Good defense by the Shamrocks. Over to Olivia Roby, now out to Crockett. Roby with the ball, trying to drive on Parrish. And good job by Parrish, forcing her to make it go back to the top of the key. And to DeCraney now to Crockett. And once again, Westfield slowing it down, forcing the Royals to play good defense and limiting their possessions on the offensive end.
Yeah, and that's, especially since HSE they love to play with a much faster pace than this. And so keeping up this defense for this long is definitely a challenge to do. And they need to start getting some defensive takeaways. They need to just regain control of the tempo here.
And every time, and an error pass by Crockett's, and it will be HSE's ball. Another turnover for Westfield on the offensive end.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. Parrish played good D, prevented her from truly cutting out, and she went to pass, and it was off. So now HSE is going to take control.
Back out to Jackie Malucci out front to Lydia Self. And Lauren Morris for 3. Just missed it. Parrish fighting for the rebound, and now Lydia Self fighting, and we got an elbow And it will be HSC's ball on an offensive foul.
Fan not happy.
Yeah, Jessica Castor with the elbow to Lydia Self. Good tough play by Lydia. As it looked like it was going to be a jump ball, but they do call the foul, and it will be the Royals' possession.
Yeah, and Lady Royals are going to get the ball back here. They gotta get it in, get some points on the board. We're already a minute and a half into the third, and score hasn't changed as Westfield's going to steal it.
And a foul, and almost an and one for Ashton DeCraney. A good steal by her from Parrish, and that's the second or third time Parrish has turned the ball over as DeCraney will go to the line. Shamrocks are coached by Ginny Smith. As DeCraney makes the first free throw. Ginny Smith has to be proud of how her team has played so far as DeCraney makes the second free throw. As this is a little bit unexpected. We did not see we saw probably a competitive game, but we did not see Westfield kind of controlling the game so far.
Yeah, they really are. Parrish has been, they've been preparing for one person, it seems like, Parrish. And when you shut down a player as vital to the team as Sydney is to this team, it causes a domino effect where everybody's play is going to be, a little bit inhibited because Parrish was passing, Parrish was rebounding, Parrish was scoring, and they were all functioning off of that. So when they slow her down, they're slowing the entire team down.
And a great steal by Michaela Hinshaw, and Parrish finishes the layup. And I wonder how much the possible sickness of Sydney Parrish is affecting her tonight. Like I said earlier, did not start probably for the first time ever in her high school career. And you wonder how much that's affecting her. But she still has been productive for the most part, has had a few turnovers as Coach Jenny Smith will take a timeout and tries to talk to her team. And the other thing I've noticed tonight, Nathan, is HSE isn't shooting the ball very well either. They've had several open shots. Lauren Morris has a couple open shots. Jackie Malucci, especially from the three-point line, and they have just not gone in. And when you're not making shots and you have to play a lot of defense, you're not getting that many possessions. It's hard to keep up. And Westfield is definitely a very capable offensive team.
Yeah, I completely agree there. And, Parrish, like I said, Parrish has been really the only one scoring earlier. Yeah, you're right. Malucci and Morris have had a lot of opportunities, and it's especially early on. They just weren't getting them in.
Good defense by the Royals, but they do get it in. Westfield does. Jessica Castor with the ball. Fans are wanting a foul, but no call, and DeCraney has the ball. Now they get the foul on Malucci.
Fouls on Lady Royals, number 12, Jackie Malucci. That's her second, and also the team's second.
Royals seem to be picking up the pressure just a little bit, trying to hurry the Shamrocks up as the layup just rims out by Castor as Parrish takes it down the other way. And Parrish going against a double team, misses it. And it will be Westfield's ball off of Lydia Self. That time Parrish made a good move, but there's three people that came to her, and she just missed the shot.
That's one of those situations where she doesn't need to be a hero. When you're getting double teamed, there is somebody open. So making that pass definitely matters there.
Couple of substitution for the Royals as Bailey Poore and Ryan Veely check in. And an errant pass by Castor, a little bit of a miscommunication, and the Royals will take back over, down 5 with 4 minutes and 41 seconds left in the third period.
Here we go, Parrish with possession. I think she's played all of this quarter so far, so clearly feeling better.
That or she knows this team needs her as Parrish gets the layup and a foul as she'll try to bring the Royals within 3.
Basket is good by Sid
Good
Parrish.
shot by Sydney Parrish.
Westfield's 21 Ava Henson.
And she does bring the Royals within 3 and now tries to make it within 2. with the made free throw. Sydney Parish does average about 20 points per game, so that is a pretty big number for Sydney Parish.
Yeah, she averages a lot of points. I think close to 27.
Excuse me, 26 points per game.
Yeah.
That's my fault.
It's over 20. You're right.
It's 5 off. As Crockett will shoot the 3 and is short. Bailey Poor fighting for the rebound. And it will be Westfield's ball. Maybe looked like it should have been a foul on Bailey Poor. But it's just out of bounds. And it'll be Westfield's ball.
I thought that went off on Westfield, but apparently not. So HSE is going to have to play a few more seconds of D here, try to get a takeaway.
And it could have been maybe because it maybe should have been a foul. They gave the benefit of the doubt to the Shamrocks. And a missed shot by DeCraney. As Poor gets the rebound, and now to Parrish down the court. Ryan Veely takes in a foul on the floor, so no basket.
Fouls on Westfield's number 5, Emily Robinson.
And Emily Robinson with a foul.
And the team's third.
That was unfortunate because she made that shot, so that would have tied up the game.
Jackie Milucci with the open shot for 3. Just missed it.
Westfield going to take it back. Slow tempo once again.
And Crockett trying to get position on Michaela Hinshaw, but a great defensive play by her in the steal and trying to go coast to coast. Michaela Hinshaw ties it up, 24 all, and a timeout by Coach Jenny Smith of Westfield. So far, the HSE defense has been very stout in the third quarter.
Yeah, defense is playing a lot better, and they're creating more opportunities down low. They're not afraid to drive into the post right now, which is good. So, and of course, it was marked by that Hinshaw coast to coast.
And as we break, a big thanks again to Sky Zone and Fishers for their sponsorship of Southeastern Sports Network this year. We cannot thank them enough, as well as Jimmy John's. Our winter sports coverage is brought to you by Jimmy John's on Ole Road. Jimmy John's provides freaky fast service in-store or through delivery. A big thank you to Jimmy John's for their support of Southeastern Sports Network. And if you're out there and if you want your business to be featured on our broadcast, you can contact us through social media, and we would love to collaborate with you and have your company be part of our broadcast. Well, with 3 minutes and 38 seconds left in the third quarter, we have a tie game here in Westfield at 24. The Royals are on a little bit of a run, as they were just down 5, now have tied it, and Westfield will have possession.
Westfield going to start out with the ball here, as it is all tied up once again, as HSE is looking back to their normal selves here. They got to keep it up, though.
That indeed, as Castor has the ball over to Emily Robinson and trying to get Crockett once again in the post, and a foul by Ryan Veely pushed Crockett in the back. And Crockett had a quick start, but it really hasn't been that big of a factor since the start in the first quarter.
Yeah, she hasn't, and that's probably why HSE has slowly crept back in.
And a 5-second call as Westfield turns the ball back over to the Royals, and Westfield's starting to get a little bit sloppy in their play.
Yeah, it's getting into the grind of the game. We're over halfway through the third quarter. This until the end of the game, it's definitely a very tiring stretch. You got to avoid the sluggish play and just keep it up. Keep it fresh. A lot of substitutions will probably be made here shortly.
Bailey Poor with the offensive rebound after the missed Lauren Moore's three-pointer, and back over to Sydney Parrish in the corner as she probes Crockett. And now is double-teamed in the corner, and timeout by Coach Huppenthal. Good job by Huppenthal realizing that Sydney Parrish was in a pinch, and he takes a timeout, a 30-second timeout for the Royals with 2 minutes and 45 seconds left in the third quarter. And as we mentioned earlier, it is a doubleheader tonight. We will have the boys' action. That game tips off. The varsity game tips off at 8 o'clock, as it looks to be a good matchup in that one, Nathan.
Yeah, that looks to be a pretty good matchup. Two evenly matched teams. Of course, I'm watching Westfield sophomore shooting guard Braden Smith truly becoming one of the biggest stars in the state right now. So it'll be a fun game to watch.
Yeah, he's definitely having a breakout season, and the Royals are coming off one of their better wins of the season against Warren Central, 58-39. So, and Westfield's coming off their only loss against Carmel, a 9-point loss here last week. So it'll be an intriguing game for both teams. And something we did not mention earlier is that Westfield, the girls team, is currently on a 4-game winning streak. So Royals on a 6-game winning streak, Westfield on a 4-game winning streak, and currently it's tied at 24. So evenly matched game, and whose streak will end tonight as Ryan Veely gets it up and in.
Basket by 24, Ryan
A little bit of a
Veely.
broken play, but it works for the Royals and Ryan Veely.
That's big. That's the Royals' first lead in a long time, as Westfield's going to turn the ball over. HSE ball. They're putting themselves in a really good position here with their starting 5 back out on the court.
And Crockett with an errant pass. That's another turnover for Westfield. If there's been one knock on them so far on offense, it's definitely been the turnovers and unforced errors that they've had. And really, it kept the Royals in the game earlier, and now is the reason why they're winning, as Round Veely takes a 3. And another offensive rebound by Bailey Poore. Back out to Sydney Parrish for 3, and no good.
Hats off to Bailey Poore fighting in the post against 2 people as she gets the steal to Morris, and it's off.
Just out in front of Lauren Morris. Bailey Poore is working hard down low to get those rebounds and is fighting hard, and probably has been one of the more aggressive players the Royals have had tonight.
Yeah, like I said, she's been fighting for those rebounds. It's been really good to see her produce like this. And, of course, she does average 3.2 rebounds per game. It's her strongest stat, so no true surprise there.
And she's had more than that tonight. It's a good move by Roby, but blocked by Veely. Roby gets it back and is fouled by Veely, and she will go to the line for 2 shots. Olivia Roby, the sophomore.
Draws on Lady Royals, 24, Ryan Veely.
And
for
she averages 5 points a game, so
Olivia
she's
Roby
probably right
off the
about
line with 2 shots.
her average tonight.
Westfield's going to bring it within 1 there.
Royals substitution number 14, Michaela Hinshaw.
And Michaela Hinshaw back in for Ryan Veely. A good job by Ryan Veely on the defensive end. Did pick up a couple of fouls. That's probably why she's heading to the bench. But a couple of steals and a couple good defensive plays by her.
There you go, and Westfield is not going to tie it, and Parrish is fighting, and Poore is going to scoop it up. Go HSE down.
And Jackie Malucci gets fouled.
The foul was on Westfield's 15, Chesney Tabby.
Chesney Tabby
That's her first, and it's team's 4.
has the foul, and Jackie Malucci will go to the line.
Jackie Malucci with 2 shots.
Well, as quick as the first half went, this quarter we're starting to catch up on our foul totals, as we've had several fouls in this quarter as Malucci makes the first shot.
That's what happens later in games as the sluggish play continues. It's just, fouls get drawn. It gets a little more physical. So these things are bound to happen. That's why the free throw game is so important in the second half.
And the Royals are a good free throw shooting team, and especially Jackie Malucci as well is a good free throw shooter. And the Royals are pressuring now, trying to get a trap, but the Shamrocks do get it over and now try to set up their offense.
Go Westfield trying to slow down the tempo again, just take it where they want it, and Crockett, that's going to be out on Westfield. HSE ball.
And they give the ball to HSE.
Lady Royals substitution number 5.
Jenny
Lydia
Smith is
Self.
arguing, saying that it should have been off of the Royals and Westfield's ball, but to no prevail, the Royals take over with Sydney Parrish with 46 seconds left in the third quarter. Royals are up 3. And let's see if the Royals try to hold for one shot at the end of this quarter, as there is no shot clock.
It looks like they're trying to do that for sure. Yeah,
Parrish is just out in front, killing some clock. And let's see if she takes the shot or if she'll be a decoy and will facilitate it to one of her teammates.
Now they're running a play here.
Yeah, 8 seconds left. And back out to Parrish, trying to get a shot. Step back three is just short. Westfield does have the ball, and they will not get up a shot. As at the end of the third quarter, the Hamilton Southeastern Royals lead 28-25. Headed into a very important fourth quarter. As both teams are on winning streaks, we will see whose streak comes to an end. We'll be back with you in a moment on Southeastern Sports Network. As we're getting ready to start the fourth quarter, Westfield will have possession as they are down 3 points to HSE. As they were leading for the whole first half, HSE had a great third quarter to take the lead, and let's see if they can hold it for the fourth quarter. As Crockett has played, got to be almost all of the game. She's maybe been out once, but definitely has been in for most of it. As Roby back out on top, now back over to Crockett. Lydia self-guarding her, and Crockett's trying to drive it in on her, and an errant shot, but a rebound and fouled. Oh, she called a travel. A travel on Jessica Castor. Good rebound by her, but she did travel. And the Royals will take over possession, and another turnover for Westfield. We sound like a broken record, but they've had several turnovers in this second half.
Yeah, they've really been sloppy with the ball this second half. Definitely something they need to improve on if they want to win this game.
Good action for Malucci. Back out to Lydia Self. And she will take a three, and it is short. Parrish tries to save it, but she is on the end line. And it will go over to Westfield. Nathan, a low-scoring game. It's a very low-scoring game, especially for HSE. You know, their worst of offensive performance if they've been in the low 40s, so still a chance to get there, but they've been all the way up to 70s or 40, anywhere between 40 and 70. So
well, they were at like 74 this last game against Terre Haute South, so definitely an unusually low-scoring game, even for just high school basketball in general.
And Crockett with the bad pass, but Malucci gives it right back to her as 2 turnovers in a row to the same person. There's a three-pointer is no good by DeCraney, and a little bit of confusion as both teams are wondering whose ball it is. Sydney Parrish looks very confused, and they're going to give it to Westfield. And a look of disappointment on her face.
Yeah, she was just shocked there. I thought it went out on Westfield personally, but it just gives HSC further chance to show how good their defense is.
Westfield acted like they didn't even think it went out of bounds, so that was the weird thing. And Ava Henson with a nice shot brings the Shamrocks within 1. And Malucci into Parrish. Parrish posting up and gets fouled hard by Crockett as she goes to the floor. She will shoot 2 free throws with 6:08 left in the fourth quarter.
That's her third, team's 5th.
As we have a free throw, we would like to remind you that Southeastern Sports Network is made possible by Sky Zone and Fishers, and we thank them for their sponsorship of Southeastern Sports Network this year.
Here we go. Parrish made the first free throw. If she can make this one, she gets it within, into 3-point game, and she won't. That would have been big, though.
Yeah, it would have been a 3-point lead for the Royals. But Crockett takes it back up the court, down 2. And we'll see as time goes on if they continue to be down on the scoreboard, if they'll pick up their offense at all. Eventually, at some point, they'll probably have to. But they're still taking their time, running their offense, waiting for a good open shot. As Crockett takes post position on Malucci, backs it in, and just missed it. And it'll be a foul going the other way against Ava Henson. And a loose ball foul. Or do they call it on? Oh, they called it on the Royals. The official pointed down the other way, so I thought it was on Westfield. It was on the Royals. But so Westfield will retain possession.
Yeah, and here they go. They've been winning a lot of those possession battles, those fashions, which definitely gives them a leg up.
And Ava Henson with the missed three-pointer, but gets her own rebound as they get it out to Crockett.
Playing a little erratic here. It looks like they're afraid to kind of cut into the post right now. They're just kind of playing from the outside range, which that's not the way you win a game, especially against this team. So
yeah, well, and another errant pass. And you're kind of right. And it might be credit to the Royals' defense. Royals' defense has been strong all year, and they're just not allowing Westfield to get into the paint at all. Westfield's been having to take a lot of jump shots, or they've either taken jump shots or turned the ball over, as we just saw there again. And the Royals, as you can see, run a lot more action and drive and kick, as we see there, and a made three-pointer by Michaela Hinshaw as the Royals extend their lead to 5 as Lauren Morris comes up to pressure Olivia Roby.
And that was huge.
Oh,
that's a 2-score game, and she picked up and a lot of the fans are calling for a travel.
Or a double
HSE
dribble.
side.
Yeah, it looks like it got caught up on her side, but no call as Westfield continues their offense. They're trying to feed the post, but they just have not been successful getting into the post, or once they've gotten into the post, making shots down there. There's a good drive, just missed it. And fight for the rebound. Bailey Poore takes it and back out to Parrish.
Yeah, at least they're getting in there on that possession. That was probably their best scoring opportunity they've had in a few minutes. Just got to keep hitting the post. But, HSE's postie is really good right now.
And Westfield wants a carry as a missed three-pointer by Morris and a foul going the other way. Looks to be either on Michaela Hinshaw or Bailey Poore.
That's on Lady Royals, 14, Michaela Hinshaw.
And it is Michaela Hinshaw's.
That'll be her second, the team's 6th. Back in the lineup now for the Lady Rocks, 15, Chesney Tebby.
And Chesney Tabby comes back in for the Shamrocks.
Also back in for Westfield, number 5, Emily Robinson.
Craney has the ball, taking up the court with just under 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter, down 5. And into Crockett. Now out to Emily Robinson, and then almost another errant pass, but DeCraney is able to retain it.
Yeah, they keep trying to pass out. The problem is HSE's Bs are on the inside, so they can easily control the other defender.
And Sydney Parrish with the foul, and the Westfield will go to the line as they are in the bonus. It would be a 1-and-1, but before that happens, Coach Huppathal takes a timeout to talk it over. It will be a full timeout. So with that, we will let you know that Southeast Sports Network winter sports coverage is brought to you by Jimmy John's on Ole Road. Jimmy John's provides freaky fast service in-store or through delivery. A big thank you to Jimmy John's for their support of Southeastern Sports Network. And with 3 minutes and 37 seconds in the fourth quarter, as we head down the stretch, a 5-point lead for the Royals, and we'll be back with you in a moment on Southeastern Sports Network. Ava Henson at the line for the Shamrocks for a 1-and-1, and she misses the front end, and a rebound by Parrish. Big missed free throw with 3 minutes and 30 seconds left. Shamrocks need all the points they can get, as they are only down 5, but have not scored a lot of points in the second half. Feels like if HSE can just score a few more possessions, that might be enough with the way Westfield is struggling on the offensive end.
Yeah, I completely agree here. And, HSC's just kind of taken control since, midway through the third quarter. Westfield hasn't really had any answers in this low-scoring game.
And I think what's hurt them the most is their turnovers tonight has really cost them. But they still have put themselves with their early start with an opportunity to win the game. They need some defensive stops, and they need to get something going on the offensive end as Malucci out front over to Bailey Poor. As the Royals are now slowing the offense down and taking their time and waiting for a good shot as Sydney Parrish drives in and just missed it, with Crockett getting the rebound and back up the court for the Shamrocks.
They can make it a one-score game if they make the layup, and they will. It is 32-29, Royal.
And a nice basket as Sydney Parrish takes it back for the Royals. A three-point game, approaching 2 minutes left in the quarter, and in the game, I should say. And a nice pass into Parrish, and she is fouled. And we'll see if they call it on the floor or going up, and it will be on the floor. So the Royals will take it underneath the basket.
15, Chesney Tevye, that's her second, and the team's sixth. Back in the lineup now for Westfield, Olivia Roby, also Jessica Castor. Entering the lineup for the Royals again is number 5, Lydia Self.
And Lydia Self comes back in for the Royals, and Jessica Castor comes in for the Shamrocks. There's a nice play from Malucci. She decides not to take the shot, now drives in and makes it. Jackie Malucci makes it a two-score game once again. Royals up 5 with 2 minutes. And another turnover by Crockett trying to get it to Ava Henson, just a little bit behind her.
Well, and something Malucci's always had a strength in is those drives. If you give her any space, she'll be able to make something pretty big out of it, and that's why we're seeing a 34-29 game right now.
And a foul on Tebby.
Fouls on Westfield's number 10,
Olivia Roby, I should say.
Team 7.
And Michaela Hinshaw will go to the line now as the Royals are in the bonus for a 1-and-1. And if the Royals can make free throws and they can play defense, they will get out of here with a W, as Hinshaw makes the first and has gained another free throw.
There we go. Just missed. It could have been a three-score game there, pretty detrimental to any comeback.
And Crockett passes out now to Roby, and the Shamrocks now have to start moving a little bit quicker than they were earlier in the game, only a minute and a half left. Crockett trying to get something going. Maybe a little bit of a push-off, but no call. Ava Henson drives in and just missed the layup. And Bailey Poor gets the ball, and a foul on Jessica Castor. And too many missed layups tonight for Westfield, too many turnovers. And looking like it might cost them as the Royals will head down to shoot more free throws. It'll once again be Michaela Hinshaw for a 1-and-1.
And if Hinshaw makes even one of these, the rest of the game for Westfield is going to be get the ball, quick score, foul.
Yeah, and she does miss, but Sydney Parrish gets the rebound up and in, and a timeout by Coach Huppenthal as the Royals take an 8-point lead with a minute and 9 seconds left. What a job by Sydney Parrish, and that's why she's the leader of this team, one of the best players. On a missed free throw, gets the rebound and extends the lead to a 3-score game with only a minute left, and it has turned a little bit dire for Westfield. And as we look ahead for the Royals, their upcoming schedule is a little bit interesting as they only have a few more games until sectionals. They play Lawrence North on Tuesday, January 21st at 7:30, And it's going to be a showdown against Lawrence North. Lawrence North is 19-1, so it's going to be two of the top teams in the state facing off. And then on Friday, January 24th, they're against Zionsville at 6 p.m., and that is also a live broadcast for us, a doubleheader next Friday with the boys. So we have two doubleheaders back-to-back here on SSN for you. And then Tuesday, January 28th is senior night versus Pike at home, and that is also a live broadcast on SSN. So a couple more opportunities to catch the Royals in the regular season. And then the Selection Sunday, as you would call it, is January 26th on ihsaatv.org at 5 p.m. to find out their drawing and their sectional. And they are in the Westfield sectional, so the games will be played here. So it will be interesting to see the draw the Royals get in sectional play, but obviously still a few more games left and still a minute left to go tonight. But they are up 8.
Yeah, this Westfield sectional is one of the toughest sectionals in the state. Carmel, Fishers, and HSE, of course, dominate. So it'll be a fun sectional to watch. Whoever comes out alive is deserving.
And another turnover by Ava Henson. And Malucci now with the ball and gets fouled. And from here on out, it will be a free throw contest for the Royals and see if they can knock them down and just finish on the defensive end.
Bailey Poor, I think, she landed a little weird on the leg, so she kind of hobbles to the bench. She's probably just going to sit out the rest of the game as a precautionary measure. And only 48 seconds left.
Yep, and we hope that she'll be all right. She is getting checked out by the trainer. Malucci does miss the free throw and a foul. Bad foul by Self because now Westfield will shoot free throws and no time comes off the clock. So when you're up 8, no reason to fight for that rebound. And it causes a foul, and Henson will go to the line, a chance to get it back to a 2-score game.
Yeah, this is big, but she needs to make both free throws if she wants this to be a 2-score game. So let's see if she can do it. She's going to make the first one.
Back in now for the Lady Rocks, number 15, Chesney Tebby.
And Chesney Tebby comes back in for Westfield. 46.8 seconds left. We want to remind you that we do have the boys game coming up after this as the second half of our doubleheader tonight.
Once again, just stick around. It'll be a fun one to watch. Pretty evenly matched teams there. While the girls' team is kind of closing out their regular season here soon, the boys are just kind of in the middle of everything. They're in the depths of it, so it'll be a fun game.
Yeah, tonight's actually the midpoint of the season for the Royals, as the free throw is good, and the Royals up 6. Jackie Malucci gets fouled and will head to the line. And the one other good thing about this Royals team is that they are pretty good at shooting free throws. So,
yeah,
hopefully I just didn't jinx Jackie Malucci, but we'll see if she can knock him down.
That's her first.
Well, yeah, this is overall a pretty good free throw team. They practice well. Of course, they've been trying to do these since they were kids. And
I did jinx Jackie Malucci.
Well, announcer's jinx is real, Tyler. That's all I can say.
I will take responsibility for it as the Royals are still up 6. This is the big one, though, to make it a 3-score game with 44 seconds left. And HSE isn't in the double bonus now, so it is 2 free throws going the rest of the way. And now a 7-point game. As all the way, but blocked by Bailey Poor was Olivia Roby.
Westfield's going to retain possession here. If they can get a basket here, they cut it to 5. So, they want to do that. 40 seconds left, never say never, but a 2-score game would surely help their cause.
Currently a 3-score game and another foul by Lydia Self, and once again they will go to the line to shoot a 1-and-1. And Coach Hepplethal can't be happy that it stops the clock and a chance for Westfield to score.
Her 4th, team's 9th.
Down to 35 seconds left in the game. 7-point game. Big free throws here.
She makes the first one. It is now a 2-score game, down 6.
Yeah, Jessica Castor at the line. And here's the second, and it is up and good. So 5-point game. as a timeout taken by Westfield, it looks like, with 35 seconds left in the game. We'll be back for the remainder of the game after this on Southeastern Sports Network. It will be HSE's ball as with 35 seconds left, Royals are up 5. And Westfield is up and pressing, going to look for a quick steal and then foul as they are playing the fouling game. And they're just not allowing Sidney Parrish to get the ball, and there is a foul, and it is going to be on Crockett on the inbounds, and Sidney Parrish will go to the line to shoot 2.
Fouls on Westfield, number 20, Alyssa Crockett.
And because it was before the inbound, no time came off the clock. So that is one good thing for the Shamrocks as Sidney Parrish goes to the line for 2. First shot is up and good.
Royals substitution.
And the Royals are bringing in Bailey Poor for Lauren Morris. A little bit of an offense-defense substitution.
Also in for Westfield, 22, Jessica Castor.
And Jessica Castor comes in for the Shamrocks. At some point, you would imagine Westfield might shoot a 3.
Yeah. And the Royals have scored 40 points. A lot later than they usually do, but they did it. And they have the lead, so that's all that matters.
And a 3-pointer, as I said a moment ago, as they would do, is no good. And the Royals now take possession with 27 seconds left. Up 7 in command.
Westfield's going to keep playing the fouling game probably until the game ends.
Or until it's completely out of reach. Still a small chance for sure. And it makes sense to foul, but as long as the Royals knock down their free throws, they'll walk away with and win. And Lucci gets the ball and will go to the line as she gets fouled by Olivia Roby.
Fouls on Westfield, number 10, Olivia Roby.
Well, a quick first half has turned into the longest minute ever, it seems like, to end the game, with lots of fouling by both teams and timeouts. Usually how it goes at the end of a close game, but
yeah, that's always how it goes, I feel.
This one especially has felt long. And Malucci's first shot just rims out, and it will stay at a 7-point game. And Malucci's second shot is good. 8-point lead for the Royals as Olivia Roby takes it down the court, and a good defensive play by Malucci as Roby was trying to get it to Jacrani.
Yeah, they don't want to do any further because she knew that if she could recover it, because she easily could have, they would have immediately fouled. They want the clock to keep running.
Jessica Castor gets the basket, back to a 6-point game, and Michaela Hinshaw will go to the line now. With 12 seconds left in the ball game, HSE is up 6, trying to salt this one away.
Fouls on Westfield, number 10, Olivia Roby. That's her third.
And Hinshaw's free throw is no good, so this leaves the door ajar for Westfield. for the Lady Shamrocks.
Westfield's boys team is waiting to get back on the court as Hinshaw going to make the second, and it's going to be 42-35 here. Probably the last opportunity for Westfield.
And that will about do it as Galucci gets the rebound, does turn it over, but that will end it. And a little bit of a
Parrish went down hard,
end,
but she's fine. She's fine.
Sadie Parrish with a little bit of a grimace, but she is happy that the Royals won 42-35 on the road against a good Westfield team, as Westfield had the quick start, led at halftime, but because of turnovers and the Royals defense, Royals took over in the second half, and they're able to come away with the win to move to 17-2 on the season and pick up a win with only 3 games left to go in the season. The Royals are now also 5-1 in Hoosier Crossroads Conference play and 8-1 on the road. And Coach Chris Huppenthal has to be happy with how his team responded after the half. And the Royals get the win as we now will wait the start of the boys' game. Will be about another 40 minutes or so before that one tips off at 8 o'clock, so stay with us. We'll be back in about 15 to 20 minutes to do a little bit of finishing up with this game and preview the boys' game, as it is going to be a good one in the boys' game. But before we take a break, we do want to remind you that Southeastern Sports Network is made possible by Sky Zone and Fishers this year. Come in and fly with them this winter. Sky Zone and Fishers off 121st Street, reminding you to have fun and fly safe. A big shout out to Sky Zone, who's sponsoring every broadcast for all 3 sports seasons this year for SSN. And finally, SSN's winter sports coverage is brought to you by Jimmy John's on Olia Road. Jimmy John's provides freaky fast service in-store and through delivery. A big thank you to Jimmy John's for the support of Southeastern Sports Network. The Lady Royals get the win 42-35. We'll be back in a few minutes, about 20 minutes or so, to preview the boys' game, and that boys' game does tip off at about 8 o'clock. Thank you for watching the girls' game, and stick with us for the second half of our doubleheader, the HSE Royals versus the Westfield Shamrocks. Just go to the graphic, Kristen. Go to graphic. And probably just cut the shotgun mic, too. Welcome back to Westfield High School for our second game of the night, featuring the 5-5 Hamlin Southeastern Royals and the 8-1 Westfield Shamrocks. Once again, my name is Tyler Groves, joined by Nathan Goergen, and tonight the Royals are looking for their second straight win after arguably their most impressive win of the season, beating number 4 ranked at the time Warren Central 58-39.
Yeah, Tyler, it was a very impressive win. They held the high-scoring Warren Central offense to just 39 points and won the game because of their D. The Royals will need to do that again tonight against a very talented Westfield team.
Nathan, you are exactly right. The Shamrocks are led by sophomore standout Braden Smith. We talked about earlier in the girls' game how the two teams had a player that led them in most or all their stat categories. It's the same for Braden Smith and the Shamrocks. He leads the teams in points, assists, rebounds, steals, and blocks. He's an all-around player who averages almost 21 points a game. Nathan, a big key for HSE winning tonight would be slowing him down.
Yeah, obviously he's a very dynamic player. HSE is going to need to slow him down. Thankfully, HSE is more of a defensive team, so they just need to do what they've done all year when it comes to the defending star players. If Smith can't produce, it produces a domino effect because he is so vital to this team. And let's look at the stat leaders for tonight's game. As we mentioned with Westfield, Braden Smith leads in points, assists, and rebounds with 20.9 points, 4.7 assists, and 5.2 rebounds. For HSE, Vinny Busilla leads in points with exactly 13 points per game. Assist, 4.4 points per game belonging to Vinny Busilla, and Mabor Majak leads in rebounds at 10.5 rebounds per game.
Yep, Nathan, and the Shamrocks look to rebound after their first loss of the year against Carmel last week as the Royals look for their second straight win to get above 500. All the action is next on Southeastern Sports Network.
Well, once again, welcome in here to the Rock for the second half of our doubleheader between the visiting Royals of HSE and your Westfield Rocks. At this time, we ask everyone to please rise, and gentlemen, remove your caps, so we can honor America with the national anthem performed by the Westfield Pet Band. Now let's take this opportunity to meet the starting lineups. First for our visitors from HSE, a senior wearing number 1, DeAndre Rhodes. A senior wearing number 3, Cole Hornbuckle. A junior number 21, Vinny Busella. A sophomore number 24, Sam Jacobs. And a senior number 50, Mabor Majak. And the Royals are led by head coach Brian Satterfield. All right, Westfield, make some noise. Where are your Rocks? A junior wearing number 15, Benji Welch. A sophomore wearing number 22, Cam Hafner. A sophomore wearing number 23, Nick DiPasquale. A senior who wears number 30, Cam Simons. And completing the lineup, he's the sophomore, he's number 10, Braden Smith. And your Rocks are led by head coach Shane Sumter.
As we're getting ready to start the second half of our doubleheader tonight, HSE versus Westfield. The starting 5 for the Royals: DeAndre Rhodes, Cole Hornbuckle, Vinny Busilla, Sam Jacobs, and Mabor Majak. For the Shamrocks, point guard Braden Smith, Benji Welch, Cam Hafner, Nick DePasquale, and Camden Simons. Should be a good one, Nathan. Looking forward to it.
It's going to be a good one. Yeah, for sure.
See if Mabor can win the tip, in which he does, to Sam Jacobs, and now to Vinny Busilla. Sam Jacobs in the corner, looking like they're trying to get it down to Mabor. And an errant pass to start off, and it will be an over and back. And an early turnover for the Royals, and the Shamrocks will take over.
The officials have asked us to announce that HSE is in white, and they are the guests on the scoreboard this evening.
Pasquale, and now over to Braden Smith, the sophomore standout as that we talked about earlier. And DePasquale in for 2, misses the layup, and Mabor was able to get the rebound. And a little bit of a shaky start for the Royals, as Mabor almost lost, but now to Cole Hornbuckle, who drives in, almost slipped, and now Vinny Busilla takes it, and now Cole Hornbuckle resets. And back out to Vinny, as we've gone a full minute without scoring. 0-0 here in Westfield. Down into Mabor, and a foul on the floor by number 30, Camden Simons. It'll be the Royals' ball out of bounds.
Number 30, Cam Simons. His first, team's first.
Pretty just close battle so far. No score on the board yet, minute in. Keeping it close. It's just been feeling each other out at this point. And besides that pass early on by HSE, there hasn't been much action.
Yeah, there has not a lot of score. Obviously, no scoring opportunities yet, other than the Pasquale missed layup. But Vinny Busilla in for 2, and the layup, and he gets the Royals on the board, and the Royals take a 2-0 lead with Braden Smith down the court, and he stumbles all the way into the lane. A fight for the ball, and it will be a jump ball, and it'll be Westfield's possession as HSE won the tip. A little bit of a crazy play there, as Braden Smith lost his footing and just basically kind of fell into the lane, and HSE wasn't able to get the ball, but they were able to force a jump ball, but Westfield does retain possession.
Yeah, good move there. let Braden Smith, he doesn't get an open lane. Don't let him get that open lane, you know.
Braden Smith is rejected by Mamor Majak to Cole Hornbuckle, now to Sam Jacobs, who is also rejected by Camden Simons. It's a block party early on here in Westfield. And a trap in the corner, and they're able to get it out to Simons, and now a foul on Vinny Busilla.
Fouls on Royals number 21, Vinny Busilla.
Good couple of rejections there, Nate.
Yeah, it was an interesting series of events there. Of course, Smith tried to drive it in right in front of Mamor. There's bound to be a block there, and then Jacobs was really grinding into the paint, and unfortunately, he was just at the wrong place at the wrong time. And there were multiple defenders there to get that ball away.
Cam Hafner with the ball. And now to Smith. And he missed the layup. Mamor with the rebound. And Cole Hornbuckle takes it in and out to Sam Jacobs. And Jacobs with the drive, and this time is fouled. And he will go to the line to shoot 2 free throws. Foul on Cam Hafner.
HSE is showing no mercy here in the paint. They are driving in. They are saying, we don't care about your guys. We're just going to get up, get those easy points.
And a couple of times they've been rejected, and this time they're fouled. Sam Jacobs does miss the first free throw.
And here we go with the second. Could be 3-0 here.
And he does make the shot. Westfield is in their pink uniforms tonight, as it is pink night. They had a nice ceremony between games for the cancer survivors of both teams, not only Westfield but for HSE. And it was a very nice ceremony in between games, as Smith is in the corner with DeAndre Gardner. And back out to Hafner, who's trying to drive on Mamor, and that to Braden Smith. And a good opportunity for a pass, but good steal by Cole Hornbuckle.
Turnover.
And Jacobs was able to get it, but then a bad pass, turnover, and Westfield the other way. He traveled before he went up. Benji Welch with the travel.
Yeah, Smith, not the best start so far. Been turning the ball over, looking a little too loose out there. So he just needs to focus up.
Yeah, settle down and get into the game, which I'm sure he will. Braden Smith, one of the best sophomores in the state, averaging 21 points per game and 5 assists. He's definitely having a breakout season as Mamor is fouled, getting positioned down low by Camden Simons. That is his second.
Also on Westfield's number 30, Cam Simons. His second, team's third.
And HSE will take it underneath the basket. Cole Hornbuckle to pass it in.
Entering the lineup for the Rocks, number 40, Zach Breyer.
And Zach Breyer is checked in for Westfield as Cam Simons takes a seat with 2 fouls. And they get it into Vinny Busilla. And Mamor is fighting down low to get a touch, but Vinny decides not to give it to him. And they're still trying to get it into the post, and as Vinny looks at Coach Satterfield to reset. And Cole Hornbuckle trying to find his way in, passes it out to Sam Jacobs. Nothing there, and back out to Mamor for a 3. The 7-footer is a tad bit long, but DeAndre Rhodes with the rebound. And now Vinny shoots a 3 and is short, and it will be Westfield's ball. Not very often do we see a 7-footer shooting a 3 with Mamor out there, but he took the open shot, missed it, but good to see him take a shot and an opportunity.
Yeah, and he's always been a better shooter. Of course, you know, he wasn't really driving into the paint up until this year, and he's always been a good free throw shooter. So I think he attempts threes more than the average 7-footer, but it's still nice to see him diversify his shots like that.
Entering the lineup for Westfield, number 20, Matthew Finley.
We have a brief stoppage of play here on the Westfield sideline. Looks like they're trying to dry up a slick spot as they inbound the ball to Matthew Pinley. Benji Welch, and Westfield's running a lot of motion action, trying to get shooters open But good job on the defensive end by the Royals. And they feed it in down low. And DeAndre Rhodes with good defense and a rejection by DeAndre. Back out in front to Sam Jacobs. And Busilla for three, and he got it. Vinny Busilla with the three-pointer.
Nice pass by Jacobs there. He could have driven it in, tried to work for it, but he knows how lights out Busilla is from deep, and he saw him wide open. So nice pass there by Jacobs. Really improving this year on being aware.
And the Royals have taken a 6-0 lead halfway through the first quarter as the Shamrocks turn the ball over, and Cole Hornbuckle with the ball driving. And will Mabor shoot it again? No, he will give it back to Hornbuckle. And Vinny looks at Satterfield to get the play and directs the offense. Sam Jacobs feeds it into Mabor, and DeAndre Rhodes could just not handle the ball as Westfield goes the other way. Benji Welch with the layup. Nice pass from Nick DePasquale. And the Shamrocks are on the board as Elliott Robinson is getting ready to check in for the Royals.
There you go, nice ball movement. HSE, this has been kind of fast-paced. It's just that the shots haven't gone in.
And good defense by the Shamrocks. And can Vinny get it back? And he did. And a chance for a layup. Wants a foul, but no call.
What a fighter right there.
And good blow by Benji Welch. Goes right around Mabor Majak for two and 6-4. And Coach Satterfield's not happy and will take a timeout.
Timeout on the floor. It's a 30-second timeout.
And as we go to break, Southeastern Sports Network is made possible by Sky Zone and Fishers this year. Come in and fly within this winter. Sky Zone and Fishers off 121st Street, reminding you to have fun and fly safe. A big shout out to Sky Zone, who's sponsoring every broadcast for all three sports seasons this year in SSN. And also, SSN's winter coverage is brought to you by Jimmy John's on Olear Road. Jimmy John's provides freaky fast service in-store or through delivery. A big thank you to Jimmy John's for their support of Southeastern Sports Network. We'll be back in a moment for the rest of the first quarter. And a very quick break after the timeout by Coach Satterfield. Vinny Busilla is now going to direct the offense, try to get the Royals back on track on the offensive end. And Mabor passes it back out to Elliott Robinson, who just checked in for three, just a bit strong, but he gets his own rebound, but it will be a foul on Mabor, a loose ball foul on the rebound.
At least they're being aggressive there on the layup. He sees that he's going to miss it, and he's already coming back in, ready to grab his own rebound.
This Westfield team is 8-1, and so far in conference play they are 2-0 and 5-1 at home. So this is definitely going to be a tough game for the Royals as they look to get above 500. They've had a little bit of an up and down season so far. Royals started off 1-3 and are 4-2 since, so a little bit of improvement after the 1-3 start. But they continue to make a push as they've hit the middle part of the season. Matthew Penley with the ball. And back to Braden Smith. And DePasquale now in the post, driving against John McCall, who also just checked in. And it was deflected by HSE, so it'll be Westfield's ball.
Entering the line for the Rocks, number 33, Eli Patchett.
Eli Patchett checks in for the Shamrocks.
For the Royals is 14, Dalton Retzner.
And Dalton Retzner in for the Royals. Mabor Majak takes a seat. Eli Patchett up front. Eli Patchett also plays football. I remember broadcasting their game for the football season, so he's also a football player, a big, strong guy, and is very athletic. As Braden Smith gets his first basket of the night and ties the game at 6 with just over a minute left in the first quarter. Good ball movement by the Royals, and one for Dalton Retzner.
That's great ball movement right there. Just keep passing until you find the open guy for an easy basket. Really good job there, and they get the and one as a bonus.
Retzner will go to the line. Chance to make it a 3-point game. The free throw is up and good, as Sam Jacobs is up trying to deny Smith the ball, but Braden Smith got it and is now going up the court. Benji Welch with a bad pass inside, and the Royals will take over possession.
Back in the lineup for Westfield, number 22, Cam Hafner.
Pretty interesting start here to the game. Also a low-scoring affair. I didn't think we would have 2 straight low-scoring games, but, I mean, here we are. Although this one's been a lot more fast-paced, just a lot of defense and turnovers. I don't want to say necessarily sloppy play, but pretty good defense, really.
And Busilla for 3, just long. McCall fighting for the rebound. It looked like it went off Eli Patchett. And it will be the Royals' ball as this go off Westfield. 34 seconds left in the first quarter. Will be interesting to see if the Royals just hold for the last shot, if they can get the ball in, or if they'll. Oh, and Elliot Robinson traveled, shuffled his feet as soon as he caught the ball. And now Westfield will have a chance for the last shot.
Question is if they want to keep up this fast pace or not, as Alex Totten is going to come in.
And they're not going to let him come in, and now they will let him come in.
For Vinny Busilla.
Checking in for the Royals, number 5,
close out the
Alex
corner.
Totten.
Question is, with the high-paced offense, will they want to be there's 33 seconds left. I don't know if they're going to want to hold on to the ball that long, but we will see. Westfield keeps moving the ball around. Looks like the goal is to get the final shot off.
And that does make sense. They are down 3 with just under 15 seconds. Pasquale driving in against McCall. And it's stolen by Elliot Robinson. And with 5 seconds left, Elliot takes it in for the layup, and he gets it to go. And with 1 second left, Braden Smith launches and is just off the mark. At the end of the first quarter, the Royals lead 11-6. We'll be back for the second quarter on Southeastern Sports Network. Welcome back into Westfield High School for the start of the second quarter. Royals will get the possession. And Cole Hornbuckle takes the ball. Alex Totten. And good defense by the Shamrocks, trying to feed Dalton Retzner inside, and an offensive foul. He pushed off before he got it. And the Shamrocks will take possession.
There's been a few of those shots here for HSE this game where they actually make the basket, but because of an offensive foul or a defensive foul on the floor, doesn't count. I just wonder what the lead would be if those baskets were in.
Royals showing a little bit of pressure, but Westfield able to handle it, and Braden Smith now has the ball to DePasquale. We have yet to see Braden Smith get going. He's only had 2 points and an offensive foul on the Shamrocks, but he only has 2 points in the first quarter, and normally he is their leading scorer, leads their team in everything when it comes to any of the bigger stats. And so good job by the defense, or by the Royals defense so far in containing him.
Yeah, pretty good job. Of course, Braden Smith just completely dominates the stat line for Westfield. So anytime he's getting shut down, that's good news for the opposing team.
And Dalton Retzner just leaves it short, but Alex Totten gets the rebound and puts it up and in.
Alex Totten.
And the Royals have extended their lead to 7. And a good pass by Smith to Pasquale, but he just missed the layup. And he now has it back again out to Eli Patchett. And Cam Hafner, and got it.
Hafner.
Nice layup by Cam Hafner. Out to Sam Jacobs for the Royals. Back into Retzner, and he got fouled. And we'll see if they put him on the line, and they will. 2 shots for Dalton Retzner.
That foul's on Westfield.
HSE's always been a pretty good free throw shooting team, which is one of the very basic skills that you need to be a very successful team. So I hope at least one of these goes in.
You just jinxed him. But Dalton Retzner only averages usually 2 to 3 points a game, and he's already had a couple baskets tonight, so already over his average, and has provided some good minutes early for the Royals as he makes the second free throw.
I said at least one of them. So.
Well, that's true. Royals are up 6. Braden Smith with the ball. And we have a foul.
It's going to be Westfield on the inbound here. That is the Royals' 6th foul tonight. Excuse me, 4th foul tonight.
Braden Smith with the ball over to Cam Hafner. And Westfield's running a lot of motion in the paint and trying to get people open, but HC's doing a good job on the defensive side of the ball, or defensive end, I should say, as Braden Smith, and almost out of bounds, and into DePasquale. Good move by DePasquale, just missed the layup, good offensive rebound, and fouled. The Shamrocks have different jerseys on tonight, and their numbers are not matching up with their official score sheet. So I don't know who number 40 is, to be quite honest with you. But
yeah, we also
Zach Breyer.
have.
There we go.
Yeah.
Zach Breyer. We just found out. I'll write that in.
Yeah, that was also a confusion we had with the game prior. They're all wearing pink jerseys tonight. Some of the numbers get changed.
And Zach Breyer misses the first free throw. Normally Zach Breyer is number 44, but tonight he is 40.
Also checking in for the Rocks, number 34, Saki Vishnumalagala.
Those pink jerseys have thrown me off a little bit. Breyer will get one more with 6:05 left in the first half. HSE with a 6-point lead. Royals take it all the way up the court to now Sam Jacobs over to Alex Totten. And into DeAndre, just a bad pass by Cole Hornbuckle. And Zach Breyer takes it away. And now Hafner in for the layup. Missed it. Mabor tried to get the rebound, wasn't able to grab it. And Braden Smith with the ball. Drives it in and is stopped. Hafner for 3. Missed it. Just a little bit long. Cole Hornbuckle with the rebound. And good move by Cole all the way in. Just missed the layup. Some missed layups here for both teams to start off the second quarter.
Yeah, they're driving in well to the post, but it doesn't matter if you can't finish it off.
Hafner in and lost the ball was Saki Vishnu Mulakala.
Back in the lineup for the Royals, number 21.
Heck of a name
Vinny
for
Vizilla.
Saki.
We will do our best to pronounce it.
Yeah, if we pronounced that wrong, I apologize. I think I have it right, though, so hopefully I am right. As Vinny takes it up the court. And to Sam Jacobs. Royals trying to get it into Mabor, but they did not pass it into him. And Mabor's working hard to gain post position. They are just not looking for him right now as they're passing it around the perimeter. And Sam Jacobs is driving in, and he got it to go. Sam Jacobs with the nice layup.
By 24, Sam Jacobs.
Sam Jacobs does average right around 6 points a game, so nice layup by him. And Hafner in, passes it out, and no good by Breyer. And an offensive rebound and a foul on Sam Jacobs. Vishnu Mulakala with the rebound. And the Westfield student section is shouting Saki, change Saki. Good job for him. Good offensive rebound, draws the foul. And another foul, DeAndre Rhodes. And the Royals are getting a lot of fouls here in the last couple of minutes. And now Westfield will go to the line because they are now in the bonus.
Checking in for the Royals, 32, John McCall. At the line now for Westfield is Saki Vishnu Malakala with one in the bonus.
All right. It is Vishnu Malakala.
Malakala. All right. He made the first. Well, Saki will get another one. And he does get it to go. Cuts the Royals lead to 5 as Sam Jacobs takes it down the court.
Now, this is a guy, he hasn't played a lot this year, only 4 games played this year. Not amazing stat averages, but I mean, he's doing pretty well tonight.
And that's a missed shot by Vinny as it goes out of bounds, and Westfield will take over. Braden Smith with the ball, and timeout by head coach Shane Sumter. And we will take it with them, but before we do that, we do want to remind you that Southeastern Sports Network is made possible by Sky Zone and Fishers this year. Come in and fly with them this winter. Sky Zone and Fishers off 121st Street, reminding you to have fun and fly safe. A big shout out to Sky Zone, who is sponsoring every broadcast for all 3 sports seasons this year for SSN. Westfield getting ready to inbound the ball with 4 minutes left, down 5. Both teams keep the same lineups as they had heading into the break. Braden Smith trying to drive on Cole Hornbuckle over Mabor, missed it, and McCall with the rebound. Over to Hornbuckle with the jumper, just missed it, and Braden Smith back the other way. And drives it, and a nice pass to Saki with Vishnu Malakala with the basket.
Yeah, he's been doing pretty solid tonight, getting a lot of minutes, getting in there, playing well.
Yeah, like you said, he's not normally seen out there for Westfield as much as he is starting off tonight, but he's done a great job and has provided some very quality minutes for Coach Sumter. Lead is down to 3 for the Royals as they pass it into Sam Jacobs, who leaves it short, and Hafner the rebound. And Braden Smith for 3 is no good, and it will be HSE's ball.
Yeah, Breyer tipped it out there, trying to get the rebound. I think he directed it towards one of his teammates, but he didn't get the memo, went out of bounds.
Yeah, a little bit too far for him to get. As Vinny Busilla has the ball and gets it to John McCall. And Mabor was camped out in the lane for definitely a few seconds, and Coach Sumter wanted a 3 in the key call, but now he's backing in and gets a shot up, and good, gets the roll. Mabor Majak with a nice shot.
5-point game. They just got it to a 2-score game again. Pretty tight, pretty low scoring once again. More fast-paced than we've seen tonight, so it looks like they're really trying to turn up the heat.
And a missed shot, and it will be Westfield's ball.
Back in for the Royals, number 13, Elliot Robinson.
Elliot Robinson checks back in for the Royals for Sam Jacobs.
Number 20, Matthew Penley.
And Matthew Henley checks in for the Shamrocks. Or Penley, I should say. Zach Breyer, and turned it over to Cole Hornbuckle. And Cole with the layup, and it is good.
Very athletic move there by Cole. Was able to just burst out. Tons of acceleration, and then just a very nice finish there.
Royals extend their lead back to 7 as Hafner has the ball for the Shamrocks. Back to Braden Smith for 3, and it is just a little bit long. Still hasn't gotten going yet. And Busilla in the corner drives it in. An offensive foul on Busilla.
Also on Royals, number 21, Vinny Busilla. That's his second. And the team's 8.
Breyer is coming out tonight. DeBascal is coming in. As we are about to hit that halfway point here. HSE up 7. Really good game so far.
And a good pass by Braden Smith to Pasquale, but Pasquale misses another layup. And Cole Hornbuckle back the other way for the Royals to John McCall. Nice pass, and it just rims out for McCall. Hafner the other way, Braden Smith. Cole Hornbuckle tries to take a charge, and no prevail.
That is a high IQ play there by Braden Smith. He could have easily driven up, but he saw a very open look. So he got all the defenders to just see him as the decoy, while another person hit out at the post, and a really easy shot there for Westfield.
Yeah, Nick DePasquale with the layup, and like you said, a great pass by Braden Smith. As Mabor Majak will go to the line for a 1-and-1 with 1 minute and 4 seconds left in this first half. Just like the girls' game, it's been a pretty quick first half, and then the second half it was a lot slower with the fouling and the close game at the end. So we'll expect to see that in the second half as Mabor makes the first and extends the lead to 6. And Mabor Majak does average 12 points a game and does lead the team in blocks with 2.5 as he misses his second.
Just rims out. Pretty good shot.
And Hafner back to DePasquale and trying to get to Braden Smith, who shoots a deep 3 and is off the mark once again. And McCall fighting for the rebound, calls foul on Westfield, and it'll be a 1-and-1 for John McCall.
Westfield keeps lobbing up these deep balls, and none of them are falling. It might be time to change the strategy and try to go in close, because they are actually pretty successful when they're getting in close, getting those easy layups.
Yeah, Braden Smith continues to shoot 3 ball, which he's very capable, as we know, of making it, but he's off right now, and maybe he should try to look for other players and try to get in the lane and get some easy layups to get him going and get him into a rhythm. Definitely be something to watch in the second half to see if he can kind of get out of the shooting slump he's currently in, with John McCall at the line for a 1-and-1. And it was too long for McCall, and Braden Smith has the ball as we are under a minute in Westfield in the first half. And we'll see if they try to hold the whole time for the last shot. And it looks like that might be what they're trying to do.
Not a bad idea, trying to get it within 1 score here if they can make a 3. As it is 21-15. Got another low-scoring affair here in Westfield.
And definitely holding for the last shot now. Braden Smith commanding his team on the offensive side. And a good move. And to the corner. And just short on the three. Cole Hornbuckle has the ball with 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Into Retzner for the layup. Just missed it at the buzzer. As the Royals will take the lead into the half, 21-15. Coach Satterfield has to be happy with the first half of play. Holding Braden Smith just a couple of baskets and only allowing Westfield to score 15 points. As we go into halftime, Southeastern Sports Network is made possible by Sky Zone and Fishers this year. Come in and fly with them this winter. Sky Zone and Fishers off 121st Street, reminding you to have fun and fly safe. A big shout out to Sky Zone, who is sponsoring every broadcast for all 3 sports seasons this year for SSN. And SSN would also like to remind you that the winter sports coverage is brought to you by Jimmy John's on Olear Road. Jimmy John's provides freaky fast service in-store or through delivery. A big thank you to Jimmy John's for their support of Southeastern Sports Network. We'll be back towards the end of the halftime for a little first half analysis and get you ready for the second half. We'll be back.
Tickets $5. Must be present to win. We'll draw for the 50-50 raffle between the third and fourth quarter of this game.
Welcome back to Westfield High School in Westfield, Indiana, as there's about a minute and a half left of halftime. The Royals lead by 6, 21-15 on the road. And so far, the story of the first half has to be Braden Smith. Braden Smith, the star for Westfield, the sophomore, had a rough first half when it comes to shooting, did do a good job of getting other people involved in playmaking. But if he doesn't find his shot, Westfield may be in trouble tonight. And so it's important for them to get him going and to get him to get into a rhythm would be huge for them. For the Royals, it's been kind of an all-around effort. Not anyone doing anything major in the scoring category. Everyone's just kind of pitching in. And Dalton Retzner had a couple good baskets. Vinny Busilla had a couple good baskets. And Sam Jacobs as well, and shooting it well from the free throw line. And so Royals are giving an all-around effort, and same with the Shamrocks. They've only scored 15 points, which is one of their lowest of the season.
Well, both of these games have been pretty low-scoring games. I think there's just been a lot of defense here. Of course, shutting down Braden Smith's scoring has been a big factor on why it's 21-15 right now. And, I think there will be a higher scoring second half. They've definitely made readjustments on offense to fix that. So we'll see. We'll see who comes out. This is really anybody's ball game.
As it was in the girls' game, the Lady Royals were actually losing at the halfway mark in the first game, came back and won in the second half and took control midway through the third quarter. Let's hope that the Shamrocks, from a Royals perspective, doesn't do that in this game, as the Royals do have a 6-point lead coming out of the half, and it will be Westfield's ball starting off as HSE is breaking their huddle a little bit late. Same starting fives for both teams who started the game, as Braden Smith, Benji Welch, Cam Hafner, Nick DePasquale, and Camden Simons is in for the Shamrocks. And good defense by Cole Hornbuckle. And that time, Braden Smith was trying to work off the ball. Normally, he's been the point guard and been the guy with the ball. Now he's playing off the ball, trying to maybe get him some more shots.
Yeah, I think that's part of the reason. Just because he's been kind of leading the charge here, he feels more obligated to pass, and when he does shoot, it's just kind of been off. So maybe if they work him off the ball a little bit, he'll be able to get into a prime scoring opportunity. I think that's their logic.
And we have a foul on the Royals. And I did not see what number it was.
Royals, number 21.
And it was on Vinny Busilla.
That's his third, team's first.
And it is his third foul, as Hafner's having some trouble getting in. Does get into Braden Smith in the corner as he takes it out towards half court. And a three-pointer is no good from Camden Simons, as the Royals get the ball over to Vinny Busilla for their first possession of the half.
Here we go, HSE moving the ball around. The defenses both look more aggressive than they did coming out the half. I guess that's just the freshness.
And DeAndre Rhodes comes up hobbling after he turned the ball over. Benji Welch, I should say, makes the layup, and then we're going to have John McCall coming in for DeAndre, as it looks like he tweaked his hamstring as he goes to the bench. Unfortunate for DeAndre. We'll hope he gets back in this game. 21-17 is now the lead for the Royals after the basket by Welch. Vinny Busilla trying to get Mabor once again with position in the post. They do get it down to him. And Mabor with the jump hook gets fouled. And Simons with the foul, and Mabor will shoot two. And like you said earlier, Nathan, Mabor is usually a pretty good free throw shooter.
Yeah, he is, and definitely, for a 7-footer, the center he's kind of just. It shows that the center position is really becoming more versatile than ever. Usually, you saw Shaquille O'Neal back in the early 2000s, and these were, rarely made it.
Hack-a-shack.
Yeah, and now it's, you can't do that.
7-footers can shoot three. We saw Mabor take a three earlier. He didn't make it, but you look in the NBA, just look at the Pacers. Miles Turner shoots threes all the time, and definitely the evolution of basketball and and the game it is today. Babor does miss the second one, and Braden Smith tries to get going with the jumper and is no good once again. Babor with the rebound to Vinny Busilla. Over to Sam Jacobs. And now to John McCall, who shoots a three and is off the mark. And Babor picks up a cheap foul going the other way on Hafner, and Westfield will take over possession.
Royals, number 50, Babor Majak. That's his second.
And
Also
the
the team's second.
Westfield student section is doing the We Have Spirit chant,
For the Rocks,
but
number
unfortunately
40,
for the
Zach
Royals
Meyer.
side, there is a non-existent student section, so they're doing
Well,
it against.
hopefully they're watching this broadcast.
They're doing it at home, but
yeah.
there's no one to do it against here, so interesting why Westfield student section's doing it. Maybe just so they can win it, I guess.
Yeah, easy one.
Welch has the ball out top, over to Braden Smith, I should say. And he takes it in on Babor, and a pass out to Hafner. And a foul, body check on Babor, and another quick foul by Babor. That's his second in less than a
Also
minute.
Royals, number 50, Babor Majak.
And he's going to come out.
That's his third. And also the team's third. Back in for the Royals now is number 14, Dalton Retzner.
And Retzner comes in for HSE. And there's a slick spot on the floor. The official is going in to dry it up. So as we have a break, big thanks again to Sky Zone Fishers for their sponsorship of Southeastern Sports Network this year. Braden Smith getting ready to inbound the ball for the Shamrocks. And Zach Breyer gets it for them and back to Braden Smith. And he takes it in and is, looks like blocked by either Cole Hornbuckle or Dalton Retzner and out of bounds, and it will go back to Westfield as Smith is a little bit slow to get up. Royals have played some tough defense on him tonight.
Yes, they have, and this is...
And a miscue.
All right, well,
Miscommunication.
I think they were waiting for him to cut out, and he just kind of muscle memory.
And a foul, and almost got it for DePasquale. He'll go to the line for two, and just a miscommunication on the inbound, but luckily for them, Cam Hafner was there to get the ball and then gets it to Pasquale for a foul and an opportunity to get it to three if he makes both free throws. And he misses the first. And the second one is up and good for DePasquale.
Probably would have liked to make both there, cut it to a one-score game, but oh well, just got to have to pay some good defense here.
And Busilla with the ball, and Sam Jacobs driving in, takes the shot, and it's no good. Offensive rebound by Busilla, then Cole Hornbuckle, and he gets fouled on the way up and will shoot two. It looks like he got hit in the eye. Maybe lost a contact or something as he's looking.
That's his second.
Looks like he's trying to put something back in his eye.
Yeah, good job with the offensive rebound action there for the Royals. Were able to put it back up there, and ultimately they didn't get the basket, but they drew the foul. As it's definitely a contact of some sort. And Totten's going to come in.
And so we'll have to see who shoots the free throw.
Substitution.
It will be Totten since he came in for Hornbuckle. And now the officials are discussing who should shoot the free throw.
Pretty hard contact play when you're fighting in the post. Stuff like this happens.
And Totten's first free throw is no good.
Second foul for Westfield this half versus the 4 for HSE. Westfield's been staying out of a lot of foul trouble, and HSE really hasn't capitalized on the free throws they've been giving, only going 2 for 4 this half.
Totten did make the second, so that lead is now up to 5 for the Royals with approaching 5 minutes left in this third quarter. And a 3-ball is no good for Cam Hafner as Vinny Busilla takes it the other way. And he'll slow it down and set up the offense. And out to Totten, back to Busilla in the corner. And then back out to Totten, and then back to Busilla. And a feed in to John McCall, who gets fouled, and 1 for John McCall. And he will shoot 1 at the line to try to extend the lead to 8.
House on Westfield's 23, Nick DiPasquale.
We talked about the tempo a lot in the first game as for much of the game, Westfield was able to control the tempo, and that's why HSE was down for so long. It feels like in this game, HSE is controlling the tempo. They're getting what they want on the offensive end, and really they're locking down defensively.
Yeah, and we said it in the girls' game. Controlling tempo is just such a huge part of the game that goes unnoticed. And with HSE controlling the tempo, it might still be a low-scoring game, but, since HSE seems to be at the steering wheel.
And there is an injury to
Braden
Smith to Pasquale with the layup, but he is face down on the court. And with that, we'll take a break as he gets some attention. And Braden Smith is down and is now just getting up to his feet. We hope he will be all right. For the injury timeout, we will take a second to tell the Royals' upcoming schedule. Saturday, January 18th, tomorrow versus Anderson High School at home at 7:30. And then after that, next Friday, January 24th, versus Zionsville High School at 7:30 at home. It's a doubleheader again with the girls. We'll have that coverage with you on SSN. And then Saturday, January 25th at Mount Vernon at 7:30 are the next 3 games for the Royals.
Here we go. We resume play. Just over half of the third quarter to go. HSE's got a 25-20 lead.
And Cole Hornbuckle drives it in, and they get it to John McCall, who takes it strong, and another and 1 for John McCall. 2 in a row. And he'll go to the line once again for an opportunity to make it an 8-point game.
20, Matthew Penley.
And Matthew Penley with the foul.
It's his second and the team's 4th.
And he does miss the free throw, and it is controlled by Westfield. Matthew Penley with the ball, guarded by Hornbuckle. And now Hafner with it, and an offensive foul on Saki Vishnu Mulakala. Was not set on the screen.
That's his second and the team's 5th.
And Alex Totten brings it up the court with just under 4 minutes left in the third quarter.
Mabor's not on the court. Vinny's not on the court. So the game right now is, kind of play small ball. Just space out the court and try for the best shot available. Probably involves slowing down the tempo a bit, but at this point you just want to score.
Sam Jacobs driving in, shoots it, and is no good. And a foul going the other way on HSC.
Smith has
House on Royals, number 3, Cole Hornbuckle. That's his first, team's 5th. Checking back in for the Royals, number 13, Elliot Robinson.
And Elliot Robinson comes back in for the Royals.
Back in for the Rocks, 23, Nick DePasquale.
Nick DePasquale comes in,
Eli Patchett.
and Eli Patchett comes in as well for Hafner. And a layup is good for Matthew Penley. Cuts the lead to 5 as Cole Hornbuckle has it for the Royals.
There we go. They're just a nice ball movement here. They're really moving it around nicely. And
no good on the three-pointer, but Cole Hornbuckle gets it back and up and good. Put back for Cole Hornbuckle.
Cole Hornbuckle.
Royals lead back up to 7. And another thing the Royals are doing a good job tonight is offensive rebounding. Several offensive rebound putbacks, and that's a nice thing to have. When you miss a shot, get the rebound and put it up for 2, as they've done often tonight.
Yeah, and that's also a big part of why they have a 7-point lead. They just keep killing it on the offensive rebound game, putback opportunities they're capitalizing on, and Braden Smith is coming back in.
Yeah, and good to see Braden Smith come back in after his injury, and good to see that he's all right. Dynamic player, one of the most dynamic players, certainly in the conference, but in the state. Has had a rough shooting night tonight, though. Over to Patchett, who gets it to Braden Smith, and an offensive foul is called on Braden Smith.
Fouls on Westfield's number 10, Braden Smith. That's his first, team's 6th.
And Royals will take over, up 7, approaching 2 minutes, and a timeout by Coach Satterfield. And with that, we will remind you that Jimmy John's and Fisher's on Ole Road is supporting Southeastern Sports Network's winter sports coverage this year. We want to thank and give a shout out to Jimmy John's for their sponsorship, which brings you SSN's live winter sports coverage. We will be back with you after the timeout. Cole Hornbuckle takes the ball up the court, up 7. Royals are trying to finish out this third quarter strong and maybe try to push this lead to double figures heading into the fourth as DeAndre Rhodes hits the mid-range jumper.
What a great shot there. Just really confident, just split-second decision to put it up there, and it went down.
Braden Smith passes it out, and a layup made by Matthew Penley, his second layup in the quarter, and a good drive by him. Lead back down to 7. And back into DeAndre, and he gets a layup. Good feed by John McCall, or excuse me, Elliot Robinson on the good feed to DeAndre. Over to Eli Patchett in the corner, and then back out top. As DePasquale goes in, gets fouled, and cannot get it to go in. Will shoot 2. As Westfield has gone into the bonus for the remainder of the quarter.
Team 7.
First one goes in, cuts it to 8 points. Be big if he could cut it down even further here. And he will.
There's still time
cuts the lead back down to 7.
As well as the gift baskets.
Under a minute and a half to go in the third quarter here in Westfield.
At the end of the third quarter.
Royals have led most of the way.
The winners
and have led since halftime and have played pretty well in the third quarter and continue to play really good defense, especially on Braden Smith. And Royals are passing around, trying to set something up.
Yeah, they're trying to find something, but it just keeps going between Robinson and Hornbuckle.
And maybe and Cole Hornbuckle now goes in and just loses the ball, and then a bad pass turnover. And back to Cole, who thought about taking a three, passes it back out, and they could hold for last shot with 40 seconds left if they wanted. We'll see what DeAndre Rhodes does here. And now back out to Cole, who looks like he's going to hold it. And DeAndre takes it in and broken up, but then gets it back, goes up and scores. DeAndre Rhodes with a nice putback. 14 seconds left. Royals up 9.
Nice lead they've built here as Westfield looks like they're going to be trying to take the final shot here. Braden Smith struggling.
And he's trying to get it in. A great pass, but blocked by Alex Totten. Great block by Alex Totten after a really good feed by Braden Smith. And at the end of three quarters, the Royals lead 35-26. We'll be back with you for the fourth quarter on Southeastern Sports Network. Welcome back to Westfield, where Sweet Caroline is being played as the crowd going. A lot of people are dancing and singing, which is a sight to see in some cases, but Royals up 9, heading into the fourth, and look to get their second win in a row and get above 500 and move to 6-5 on the year and get their second road win in a tough environment and against a tough Westfield team who is 8-1.
Yeah, and since, HSE is 5-5, 0-2 in the conference, this would be their first conference win, their second road win if they were able to get this done. And, of course, their first road win came just a bit earlier.
And a foul on Braden Smith, and it will be a 1-1. Not a lot of songs better than Sweet Caroline by Neil Diamond, though, Nathan.
No, there isn't. Sweet Caroline has managed to be timeless for quite some time now.
Probably will be timeless forever if it's been timeless for this long. As Busilla will go to the line for a 1-1 after getting fouled on the inbounds, and no time came off the clock, so still 8 minutes on the clock for the quarter, and Busilla is able to make the front end.
Go extending the lead to 10. Here's for 11, and he's going to miss it, but they're going to get the rebound. Yeah, nice tip by Mabor there to try to get it back.
And Royals now up double digits, up 10, as we just started the fourth quarter, trying to grow on that lead with Majak in the post, and is good. Nice shot by Mabor. And Royals up 12. And they're now double teaming Smith. And down to Pasquale. Back out. And corner three is no good by Patchett. And it will be the Royals' ball.
Yeah, certainly an interesting performance here for Westfield. Like we've said, 8-1. Here 5-1 at home, and so this is an 11th in the state. Big win for HSE. Of course, they also beat 4th-ranked Warren Central. It looks like they're trying to have a turning point after a rough first half of the season.
Yeah, this would be another huge win for the Royals. Still a long way to go as a foul is called. And Mabor will go back to the line for a 1-1 foul on Camden Simons.
Number 30, Cam Simons.
But you're exactly right. The Royals did beat Warren Central, and the night before they actually played Lawrence Central and kept it close against them, and Lawrence Central is another top team in the state.
Yeah, and this marks the halfway point of the season, so maybe this is just them warming up for the second half. Maybe get a good seed in sectionals. We'll see.
6:56 left, and the Royals with a chance to go up 14 with this free throw by Majak, and he does make it. So 40-26. Westfield is in need of some offense to get back into this game. And Braden Smith takes it all the way, and a nice shot by Braden Smith. Oh, and a good deflection, but it does go out of bounds.
Just goes to show you how aggressive Braden Smith is.
Yeah, and the player that he is, that was a tough basket, and then almost got the steal on the inbounds. They're going to need more of that from him if they're going to get back into this ball game.
15, Benji Welch.
And DeAndre gets it into Mabor Majak. The 7-footer taking it down the court. Now to Sam Jacobs. And back down to Mabor. And good pass to DeAndre Rhodes, who finishes it for 2 points.
Great. DeAndre Rhodes is a great finisher. He's shown it time and time again here tonight. He's just a very slept-on player on this team. Really nice to have him on the court.
And Braden Smith missed the three-pointer, but back the other way, Alex Cotton with the nice layup. And now a timeout taken by Coach Sumter of Westfield as the Royals have taken a 16-point lead with 6 minutes and 15 seconds to go in the game. We'll be back with you in a moment on Southeastern Sports Network. And welcome back to Westfield High School. 6:15 left. Royals with the commanding 16-point lead, but still plenty of time to go here as the Royals look for their second straight win and their second win all season on the road. Would be a huge win for them, but expect to see Westfield go a little bit quicker on offense and try to probably pressure the Royals on defense when they're on that end. And a good layup made by DePasquale.
Good lay in there, extends the lead to 14. As HSE just got hot at all the right times here tonight. Hopefully they keep it up.
And yeah, now DeAndre Rhodes gets fouled and one. DeAndre Rhodes with the basket, and he will go to the line for a free throw.
The fouls on Westfield's 20, Matthew Penley.
And Matthew Penley on the foul. And it just seems like every time Westfield gets a basket, HSE comes back and answers with an and one or at least a basket. It seems like Westfield just can't make up any ground right now, and HSE continues to extend their lead.
Yeah, that's how I've been seeing it for sure. This is definitely just a Westfield team. They're not looking like themselves out here, especially with Braden Smith shut down. Of course, what I said for HSE to take to win was shut down Braden Smith.
And speaking of good defense, We have a foul on Cole Hornbuckle after almost a turnover by Braden Smith, and they're doing a really good job of coming out and double teaming him after the pick, and pressuring him to get rid of the ball. And so far he hasn't done the best job of handling that pressure, and obviously he's had a rough shooting night, which is very uncharacteristic of him. But sometimes you just have one of those nights, and tonight is certainly one of those, and luckily for HSE it happened against them.
Yeah, against a good conference opponent. They haven't won a conference game yet, so this definitely was a blessing for HSE, and just a testament to HSE's D, just showing how good they can be, and hopefully that production keeps up this season.
Winner in moments.
And Braden Smith is at the line, though, for a 1-and-1, and he missed the front end and rebounded by Cole Hornbuckle. And with 5:20 left, the Royals have a commanding 17-point lead as they look to add more. And almost a turnover by Hornbuckle, was able to retrieve it. And down to Mabor in the post, out to Jacobs for three, and it's good. Sam Jacobs
extends it to 20 points, 50-30 Royals.
And it's turned into a little bit of a rout with just under 5 minutes. Let's see if Westfield can find a way back into it. But the Royals are looking and feeling good right now as DeAndre Rhodes slams it home. DeAndre, Royals take the 22-point lead.
He shows that vertical on the football field. He applied it here on the court. Looked phenomenal out there. They're having fun out there right now.
And the bench and the girls basketball team is telling them to raise the roof after DeAndre gets up for a nice slam dunk. And it just has gone wrong in a hurry for Westfield, as all of a sudden they're down 22 and they are running out of time. And a missed reverse layup, and back out to DeAndre. Does he have another one for us? No. And that time was just an errant shot.
I think he might have had some contact going up, because
I would agree that definitely looked like he got hit on the arm, but no call. It will go back over to Westfield. Definitely looked like it hit him on the arm. It's very uncharacteristic for DeAndre to would miss a layup that bad without having some contact there.
Yeah, and especially with form that great. Here we go, just trying to run out keep the clock. Paused for a minute there.
And DePasquale takes it in, and almost another turnover. Foul on HSE. Lamora Majak doesn't like it, but it will go on him. And DePasquale will go to the line to shoot a 1-and-1.
And the team's 9.
And if this score holds, what a win for the Royals. Like I said previously, we'll get them above 500, and we'll move them, since their 1-3 start, we'll move them to 5-2, and that'll just be huge. Get above 500, and hopefully, like you said, a turning point for the second half of the season, as the Royals maybe are just finding the groove of, because a lot of these players haven't played together on the same court. Sam Jacobs, a sophomore, first-year varsity, and DeAndre Rhodes and Cole Hornbuckle played a lot last year, as well as Mabor, but Royals lost a lot through graduation and transfers, so this is a new group together, and maybe they're just now catching the stride, and plenty of time left to make a really, really good season out of it.
Yeah, you see it all the time in the NBA. These new teams get formed, and then they perform a little under expectations just because chemistry's low. It looks like they're just finding the right
Majak
time.
With the and one. And the Royals are having fun tonight, up 22 under 4 with under 4 minutes to play. And that's got to be the 6th or 7th and one we've seen tonight. Westfield just doesn't have the height to match the Royals' height, and they are fouling a lot, and Royals are taking advantage of it.
Yeah, and especially late, now they're in panic mode because they are not used to being down 22. So they're in panic mode. They're trying to, scrap it up, but it's unfortunately just making it worse.
Well, and unfortunately for them, there's only 3 minutes and 50 seconds left. It'd probably be safe to say they're out of time to make a comeback, but you never know.
Crazier things have happened.
We'll need some offense in a hurry, though. And a 3 ball is good. by Cam Hafner.
Cam Hafner.
Gets it back down to 20. But they could have used that about 5 to 6 minutes ago when the Royals went on the run. But there is a turnover out to Braden Smith, and it's good. Back down to 18.
And congratulations. Winner of Movie Night Out is Courtney Licklider.
And a 3-ball in the corner is no good by Busilla. A fight for the rebound by Jacobs. And another 3 by Hafner is no good. Rebounded by Hornbuckle. Under 3 to play. Timeout, Coach Satterfield.
Probably a good timeout to take. It looks like Westfield got kind of a second wind, got really aggressive there. So Satterfield's just going to try to stop the momentum in its tracks. That was kind of the purpose of that, because obviously there's not many adjustments that need to be made.
And with that, Southeastern Sports Network is made possible by Sky Zone and Fishers this year. Come in and fly with them this winter. Sky Zone and Fishers off 121st Street, reminding you to have fun and fly safe. A big shout out to Sky Zone, who's sponsoring every broadcast for all 3 sports seasons this year for SSN. And also, SSN's winter sports coverage is brought to you by Jimmy John's on Olear Road. Jimmy John's provides freaky fast service in-store or through delivery. A big thank you to Jimmy John's for their support of Southeastern Sports Network. Can't thank our sponsors enough. And as I said during the girls' game, if you would like your business or company to be part of our broadcast, contact us through social media or through the athletic department, and we would love to have a partnership with you and get something going for our broadcasts.
Yeah, all help is appreciated. So,
and a little bit about Southeastern Sports Network, if you didn't know, as we're starting off 2020, the second or third broadcast we've had. Southeastern Sports Network is a student-led broadcasting class at HSE. We provide live broadcasts, social media posts, and social media content. We have a lot of content coming out soon about our media days that we did for the winter sports teams, as well as a podcast and the HSE TV part, or the sports part of the HSE TV newscast. And what do we got here? Travel on Sam Jacobs. And 2:50 to go.
And the
lead is 18, and Westfield has the ball.
Susan Grafton.
A lot of winners for this 50-50 raffle.
Yeah.
It's more like 20-20-20, since they have so many winners. But usually on a 50-50 raffle, they only have one winner, but there's been several tonight, which is a good thing. More people win, but it brings down the total you get, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's unfortunately how it works, but, money's money.
Yeah. Sam Jacobs will go to the line to shoot 2 as the Royals are in the double bonus. And he is good.
To Melissa Hume, winner of the Home Spa basket.
And another winner, Home Spa.
Home Spa. Have fun with your home spa.
How do you sign up for these? I think we could have won one if we would have put it in.
Yeah.
I would have taken a home spa.
Yeah.
I've had a lot of injuries. I could use it.
Next time we're here, maybe they'll do it.
Braden Smith with the ball. Nice move against Hornbuckle. Back out to Hafner, who gets blocked by DeAndre, and they do call a foul.
The winner of the 4th grade girls basketball basket is Melissa Huebner.
And the basketball basket is now being announced.
And winner of the Westfield Spirit Wear, congratulations to Kim Burgott.
And you get a car, and you get
It really feels like that.
Feels like a game show.
Guy down there must be feeling like Oprah.
They got a it does feel like Ellen or Oprah, one of the two. We'll go with Ellen since Oprah's not going on anymore. And Vinny wanted a foul, but no call, and Royals still have possession. Up 16 with just over 2 minutes left into Cole Hornbuckle, and up and in by Hornbuckle.
Basket by Cole Hornbuckle.
And Braden Smith is swatted by DeAndre Rhodes.
Solid lead. I mean, they've just had a dominant end of third quarter, beginning of fourth quarter here. It was a pretty close game. I thought it was going to be close for, the remainder of the night. But, HSE just really kicked it up into high gears.
And Braden Smith still has yet to hit a three-pointer. shot several of them tonight, but none of them have been able to go for him. And under 2 minutes officially now. Royals are up 18. He's trying to run out the clock here. And a bad pass by Busilla. And Zach Breyer back to Smith, who shoots yet another three, and this one is also no good. Breyer gets the rebound, though, and in, and no good, but is fouled. So
1:25 left, 59-41 lead. That's a 6-score game. Never say never, but you know.
That'd be
quite the story.
Our broadcast would be on SportsCenter if that happened. But Nick DePasquale is at the line. He's had a pretty good game tonight. Has had several made baskets as Westfield has cleared the bench, and so has HSE as Elliot Robinson has come in, John McCall, Jason Stutz has come in, Michael Veely, the senior, his mom was honored tonight as a cancer because she's battling cancer, and so that was really cool to see. Ryan Veely, Michael's brother, is also on the girls' team and had a really good game tonight, so it's good to see Michael get in.
Really nice ceremony they had between games.
Yeah, that was awesome to see, and it was emotional for a lot of people as they were honoring not only survivors of breast cancer, but also people who are currently going through it. And so it was a very good ceremony, and props to Westfield on a great pink night. And the Royals will sweep tonight, though, of the doubleheader. The question just is, what will the final score be for the boys, as Elliot Robinson for three, and it rims in for Robinson. The senior, Elliot Robinson, gets it to go. Royals up 19 with a minute left. And half are no good. Saki gets the rebound. And back out. Three-pointer is no good.
Here we go. Just passing it around, trying to get a shot. No rush here.
And Michael Veely with the defense, and
now fouls on Royals. Number 13, Elliot Robinson. That'll be his first. Benji Welch.
And Benji Welch will go to the line, shooting two, and he misses the first one. But what a dominant performance, especially in the second half for the Royals. We're only up 7 at the half, and they have turned it into a 18-point lead. With 36 seconds left, Jason Stutz with the ball, and let's just see if the Royals will run out the clock and put this one officially into the record book. Royals will move to 6-5 on the year, 1-2 on the Hoosier Crossroads Conference, and 2-3 on the road. Westfield will move to 8-2, their second straight loss, 2-1 in HCC conference play, 5-2 at home. And they are still 3-0 on the road. That will remain untouched tonight as they put it home. And Elliot Robinson with yet another three, padding the stats a little bit as the clock
21-point game. And here we go.
And
can he cut it within 20? And he
at the buzzer is good. Luke Noss with a nice shot, and it keeps the Royals win below 20 at 18. The final score 65-47 for the Hamilton Southeastern Royals, as both the girls and the boys win tonight. Boys in dominating fashion. Both teams had dominating second halves. And a good night for both HSE boys and girls as they sweep the doubleheader here in Westfield.
Yeah, it was a pretty good night. And just congratulations to both the boys and girls teams. Thank you to the Westfield Athletic Director, Mr. Tebby, for letting us come here and broadcast tonight. Southeastern Sports Network would like to let you know about some upcoming broadcasts we have coming up this year. Of course, next Friday, a basketball doubleheader at home versus Zionsville starts at 6 o'clock. We got our girls basketball senior night versus Pike on the 28th. A girls basketball sectional on February 4th that will start on 6 p.m. at 6 p.m.
That is dependent also on the draw. There's a chance that the Royals, based on the draw, that they might not play that night. But one of those nights, we will be back in Westfield because the games will be here for the girls sectional.
Yeah, and as we said, it's kind of the end of the girls' season coming up here. On February 14th, Valentine's Day, we got a basketball showdown, boys versus Carmel at 7:30, and boys basketball versus Brownsburg at 7:30 on February 21st.
A lot of upcoming broadcasts for us on SSN. Tonight, the Royals, like I said earlier, won both games. And HSE had a good night, great night for HSE Athletics, for Coach Satterfield, Coach Huppenthal, and, of course, our athletic directors we can't thank enough, Coach Self and Coach Hobegger, allowing us to broadcast and helping us out majorly. And a great night for HSE Athletics, great night for the Royals. And we can't thank you enough for joining us for both games tonight as the Royals sweep the doubleheader in Westfield. For Nathan Goergen, Tristan Flew, our producer, and Zach Vance, our cameraman, signing off from Westfield as the Royals take both games. We'll see you next Friday night for another doubleheader at 6 p.m. at home.
That is how you do a 3-hour and 22-minute